It's welcome to Wrestling Days and welcome to Wrestling Days Live. We are live for this very, very special episode. It was completely unplanned. I didn't know what we were going to be doing today. I do have quite a bit going on as well. So we can't stick around for too long. So I wanted something that was quite quick, something that we could have a bit of fun with. And honestly, the first thing I thought of was the first ever Raw. We've never done a watch along for it. I have seen it quite a few times, but I can't quite remember everything that's on it. But as we said, we've never done a watch along for it, and I'm sure there's going to be some people out there, maybe some youngsters that have never seen the first ever Raw. And the Undertaker's on the show. I think the Steiner brothers are on the show. Damien, Demento is in the main event. Yokozuna is on the show. Shawn Michaels is on the show. So it's got some big, big names on this show. So we are going to be doing a watch along for it. And as we said, I wanted to do something that was quite quick, quite light. Nothing that was going to be like 4 hours long or anything like that. So yeah, I'm really genuinely, I love these old school watch-alongs. I enjoy all of the watch-alongs, but I had so much fun with, we did a WrestleMania 1 watch-along the other day where we went through the whole show, and I loved it. I absolutely loved it. It's, I think, one of my favourite ever watch-alongs, that is. Just had so much fun with that, and I'm kind of hoping that we can have some fun with this as well. So just going to give people a little bit of time to find the first Raw, because obviously it's not the easiest thing to find. It's not as easy as finding like a WrestleMania or something like that. You need to go to 1993. You need to go to January 11th. That is the first Raw. So January 11th, 1993. That is the first Raw. And whilst we're just waiting, I can... hello, everyone, by the way. Whilst we're just waiting, I can just give you a little bit of backstory on this. So basically, on the USA Network, there was a show called Prime Time Wrestling. And Prime Time Wrestling had been going for about 8 years. And Prime Time Wrestling was showing a lot of like pre-recorded house show matches, a lot of squash matches. Then they'd go to the studio where you'd have Bobby Heenan, Gorilla Monsoon, and they'd be talking, and then they'd introduce the next match. But these were matches that were filmed like weeks ago. I mean, it was a different time, you know, there was no internet or anything like that. So you were just pleased for whatever you got. Absolutely couldn't be more different from what we get today, you know. Primetime Wrestling, as we said, wasn't live. Didn't really show like huge matches. They might have had like a big main event, but most of the matches underneath were just squash matches. Loads of jobbers that were used, and it was a bit stale, to be honest. The numbers after the boom of the 80s, the numbers weren't great. So Vince McMahon was like, "Gotta mix this up, man. We need something exciting. We need something fresh." And live TV was like a big thing that was really catching on, and so Vince decided that he wanted to go live, and he was going to do a live show, and he was going to try and put on interesting matches, and you was going to have like, you know, the crowd, and you was going to feel like you was at a house show kind of a thing. So that's where it came from, and it was a success. I mean, it worked, but it was financially draining as well. WWE really struggled to like at that time put on live show each week. So it kind of got to the point after like the first year or so where they started to record Raw. They actually recorded it. So Raw, they actually recorded several episodes in one go, and then they would put them up because that was much cheaper. But these first ones are live as they happened, and yeah, I'm excited. I'm excited to go back and watch this. Hello to everyone that's joining us. As we said, couple of minutes. I want to give people plenty of time to find this because it's not the easiest. You got to go to Raw, and then as you kind of scroll down, it gives you the option of what year do you want to go to. Go to 1993. That's the year it started, and the first episode, January 11th. Miss Clown 1, shout out to you, dude. Yeah, we will do WrestleMania 3 at some point, yes. Sasha says, back in the day, I had all of these on VHS. That's incredible. That's amazing. NXT are saying July 8th, we will crown the first double champion, but Adam Cole was already a double champion when he held the North American and the tag titles. Days watch alongs. Shout out to you, yeah. We are WCW is something I'd like to do, yeah. They recorded Raws through till 1999, says Brian. Amazing. Dave in real life says Bobby Heenan is funny in this one. DJ B Tazzy, shout out to you, my friend, says, hello, Days. Hello, everyone. Hope everyone is doing well. Unfortunately, I'm not going to be able to stick around for this one. Just wanted to drop by and say, hey, I will be back, though, tomorrow for SmackDown. Well, no worries, my friend. Shout out to you, DJ B Tazzy, who I know is doing his after parties, and it's a great place to hang out. So there we go. Monica King's found it. So as we said, just literally all we're doing right now is giving people just an opportunity to find it, because it's not as easy as just typing in WrestleMania 3 or something like that. It does take a little bit of searching. So yeah, of course, if you're watching this in the future, you can always just pause this video and then you'll easily be able to do it. But for those slow coaches that are watching live, we're just giving them a few more moments. Sunny Wolf says, I forgot tomorrow is Friday. Yes. No, SmackDown's not cancelled. It's just wasn't recorded for next week, but they'll find a different way of doing it. Yes, congratulations to Liverpool, who at the time of recording this were crowned Premier League champions for 2020. That's taken place about an hour or so ago. So, yeah, many congratulations to them. Right, I think we're done then, my friends. Are we ready? Okay, in 3, 2, 1, go. So the first thing you see is the Empire State Building. And the first voice you hear is Sean Mooney, who works for the NWA now. How about that? Sean Mooney is the first voice you hear on Raw. And here's Bobby Heenan. Bobby Heenan's trying to get inside because he was a big part of that primetime wrestling show that we just spoke about. And he's not part of this show. And that's what Sean Mooney's trying to explain. Sean Mooney says that there's no tickets left. And look at this theme tune. This is a tune, man. Someone asked me the other day, what entrance music do I prefer, Raw or SmackDown? This 1993 entrance music. I feel like I'm watching something. I feel like, it's cool. And the siren that's going off as well. Woo, 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 woo. Can you hear that siren? It's a happening. We got Macho Man on commentary. Look, the crowd going crazy. We're in the Manhatten Center that's just down the road from Madison Square Garden. Vince on commentary. Rob Bartlett was a New York radio host, I believe, a comedian as well. But he had a radio show. And Vince wanted someone that was going to be funny on commentary. And for some reason, he decided to go with Rob Bartlett. Ico Pro, yes. Love Ico Pro. So we got Macho Man, Vince, Rob Bartlett. We're inside the Manhatten Center. Obviously, we would go back there for Raw 25. And we're actually going to be starting with the Birdman, Koko B. Ware, who's in the Hall of Fame. In his high energy attire, by the looks of it. Isn't this the music Owen Hart would keep? Dun dun dun. That's Owen Hart's music. Koko, Beware. Well, I mean, High Energy was Koko, Beware, and Owen Hart, so it does make sense. I don't know that I've ever really thought about that before. Here's Yokozuna. So this is... So the first person that we see to compete, to come down to the ring on Raw is Koko, Beware. People say, why is he in the Hall of Fame? That's why he's in the Hall of Fame. He's the first person we see to step into a ring on Raw. Is some lovely ladies giving Yokozuna some flowers. I always find that a very strange tradition. Like, what's Yokozuna going to do with flowers? He's never grateful for them. It's such a waste of flowers. He always just, like, throws them away. There's Mr. Fuji with the Japanese flag waving it. So this is our first match. This is the kind of contest that people won't get in this kind of very competitive matchup of Koko Beware versus Yokozuna. The very first match on Raw. Here we go. Yeah. Hey, it's great to just see Yoko, innit? What a ledge. What a ledge. Rob Bartlett is going to be coming out with a few lines here that have not aged well. And actually, I don't even think they were that great at the time. But yeah, an Ico Pro sign. Ico Pro was a supplement, a protein kind of workout supplement that Vince McMahon was pushing. I think he was behind it. I think it was his thing. We might even see an Ico Pro advert in this. There's a classic one with Bret Hart. But I don't know if they show it this, but it is around this time. They took the mick out of it when we got In Your House. Do you remember Adam Cole did, an advert for Ico Pro? And you can see between the legs of Yoko. William Hensey says, Days, it's Josh Savage's birthday today.
They donated $20 via super chat.
Happy birthday.
Days, it's Josh Savage's junior birthday today. Can we sing him happy birthday at some time in the show?
I want to shout out to Harry as well. Happy birthday to Harry, a.k.a. Harry Days. I'm told that he likes to do Wrestling Days videos where he calls himself Harry Days, which I think is amazing. So shout out to Harry. Shout out to Josh Savage. Shout out to Koko Beware, who is struggling right now. Getting thrown around like a bird. Well, would you throw a bird around? I mean, I wouldn't. Please don't report me. For the fun fact, I've never thrown a bird around. But Koko Beware is being thrown around the ring by Yokozuna. He's still trying to get the crowd on his side, though. Against the ropes goes Koko. Shoulder charge by Yokozuna, and Koko Beware goes down like a bird. And Yokozuna standing over him. We've got the referee in a bow tie. Koko against the ropes again. When is Koko going to learn? At what point do you think Koko Beware is going to learn that he's not going to be able to shoulder charge Yokozuna? It's like the fourth time that he's tried. And it's the fourth time he's bounced off. Yeah, I mean, I don't know what he's going to try now. Days, I came prepared. I had Raw loaded up 20 minutes. Drop kick by Koko. And again, Yoko. Back against the ropes. Can Koko get Yoko off his feet? Yoko moves out the way. Helps Koko Beware smash against that top rope. Here we go. Yokozuna against the ropes. Looking to drop the leg. I mean, this is done, innit? That was it. That was it. Right there. That was the match. That was the match. I mean, in all fairness, Koko Beware just came in with completely the wrong strategy. Even bigger disclaimer, Days has never had a bird. Nothing to worry about. It's true. I have never, ever had a bird. Back into the corner. Goes Koko. Yoko and Koko kicking off Raw. Oh, move! Oh, I know that was 27 years ago, but it was still moody. Still moody AF. Man, you think the Strowman Express is hard hitting? Did you just see? They're having to peel Koko off of Yoko. Yoko, looking for the bonsai. Here he is. Boom!
William Hensey is a legend.
Done.
They donated $20 via a super chat. Happy birthday, Harry Days. Heart, thumbs up. And we secretly named your beard Linda Days. Lol.
Shout out to you, William Hensey. Let me put, I need to put thank yous on screen here. I'm going to put a thank you to DJ B Tazzy. I was just getting lost in that first match. The first ever Raw match. William Hensey and DJ B Tazzy. Shout out to you too. Incredible support. Hey, and look at that, Harry Days. You got a shout out by Mr. Hensey as well. On January 24th, 1993, the Royal Rumble is coming! Look at this, a Royal Rumble advert. We got Yoko, Tatanka, IRS, the Nasty Boys, the Head Shrinkers. 30 I love that. I love the way it's shaking with the graphic. Bret the Hitman Hart, Razor Ramon. Exclusively on pay-per-view, guys. I'm definitely ordering that. Right, here we are at the commentary table. Oh, hello, we got a lady with a Raw sign. Here we go. Just in case you were confused where you was. Maybe you were sat in the crowd and you were like, I don't think this is the ballet. Are you sure this is ballet? No, what's that sign say? Monday Night Raw. What? I don't understand. And it's the smallest sign. I could understand if it was like this. She's walking around with a bit of A4 paper. Now, why have they done that to her? Right, here's Bobby Heenan. Recorded earlier. Narcissus is coming. So Bobby Heenan is talking to Mr. Perfect, saying, I hope you're worried because Narcissus is coming. Comparing Mr. Perfect to Narcissus is like comparing ice cream to horse manure. He's saying Mr. Perfect is nothing compared to Narcissus. And at this stage, we don't know who that is, but he will be revealed at Royal Rumble 1993. Mentally superior. People in the chat can let everyone know who is Narcissus. Who would Narcissus be? It would be revealed at the Royal Rumble 93. This is how they're trying to get people to buy the Rumble, you see. You need to watch the Rumble. Okay, see. Thank you. Right, we're moving on with the Steiners. The Steiners are coming out. Well done. Yeah, I'm seeing correct answer. Who are these two? Who are these? The terrorists. What's this? Steiner Brothers versus... Who the hell are these boys? Doink in the crowd as well. I don't know if you just spotted. I didn't even catch who these are called. There's no graphic on screen to tell you. Executioners. Here we go. Steiners versus the Executioners. William
Hensey is a legend.
Keep donating,
they donated $20 via a super chat. Thank you, KJ, for all you do. Junior holds you in high regard, as do we all. Oh, and it's Lex Luger.
Correct. Correct, Mr. Hensey. We've Dork. Vince just called Doink Dork. Dork the clown. Vince just got confused. I think Vince just got confused on commentary. He just called him Dork the clown. Dork the clown. Right, so this is a squash match. There's no two ways about it. This match is just the Steiners destroying these executioners. These executioners aren't a team that achieve anything in wrestling. They're just there to be squashed. But really, look, I think the bigger focus is on Dork in the crowd right now. Upside down, driven into the corner by Rick Steiner. Do you watch any of the dark matches on the network? No. There was a dark match. There was a couple of dark matches before this. Do you know the very first match on this before the show started was Bob Backlund against Damien Demento. So that means the first wrestler or wrestlers to have a match was Bob Backlund and Damien Demento. It's just that it was a dark match. So that's the first match these people will have seen. The first match on TV is Koko, Ware, and Yokozuna. But what's an extra fun fact? Damien Demento is also in the main event of this show. So he works a dark match against Bob Backlund, and then he's in the main event. The dog-faced gremlin, yeah. Kick to the midsection by Scott Steiner. There's Scott Steiner, big popper pump. Obviously looking very different here. Nice. Powerbomb. Massive Ico Pro banner. It's worth noting as well that this theatre, I know many of you will already know this, but this theatre is on the second or third floor. So there's one lift that's absolutely tiny that they had to put all of the ring and the equipment into. It took 20 journeys in this lift to get everything up to that level. There wasn't a massive lift for things. There was just this little poxy lift that they had to try and shoehorn everything into. Okay, so we're done. We're going back outside. And here's Bobby Heenan, look, trying to get in. Disguised. My nephew, Rob Bartlett, is inside. Look at Bobby Heenan. Can you react to the first Royal Rumble? That would be cool. That would be extra cool because I'm pretty sure that the Jumping Bomb Angels are on that show, and I love those two. Up next, a special interview with Reza Ramon. So Bobby Heenan is desperately... That's going to be a running joke throughout the whole show, isn't it? And here's Razor, look. Look at that shirt. Look at that shirt. Right, we've got a Razor Ramon interview. There's lots of dark matches. It's interesting to look out for. Okay, so Vince is in the ring talking to Razor. That's not Bobby. It's a beautiful lady. You're right. You're right, Dave. Did you hear about Kurt Angle? No. Shout out to Carolina. So they're showing all the gold around the neck of Razor Ramon. It's kind of fun, isn't it, to see Vince in the ring as just an interviewer. Showing a few people in the crowd, sticking their thumbs down. Hello, hip man. Chico. My favourite wrestling anything is Bobby Heenan. I missed 95-99 WWE, says Albert. I thought 95. I think 95 is regarded as, like, the worst year. I can't just super chat all night because it interrupts days. William Hensey, shout out to you, dude. The support that you provide is incredible. Okay. Why did you jump Owen Hart, says Vince, if you're that great? So, here we go. This was WWF Mania from Saturday. Owen Hart gets clotheslined by Razor Ramon. Like a cockroach. There's nothing you can do about it. He's beating up Bret Hart's family. I heard about Liverpool, yes. Okay, he's got one more thing to add. So this show is just going to build the Rumble. You can't do nothing about Razor Ramon taking your precious gold at the Royal Rumble. He threw the toothpick at Vince. That takes balls, doesn't it? That takes balls. Razor Ramon, as soon as he finished speaking, turned to Vince and was like... And Vince stopped talking. I don't know if that was planned. That's amazing. I hope that wasn't planned. I hope Vince had no idea about that. That was cool. Allegations been made against Kurt. Oh, I've not seen that. Shout out to Shahan. Headlock. Oh, here we go. Here's Tatanka. Oh, we're going to get a classic. Bit of Tatanka. Yes! Oh, I can't do it that well. Right, is this... Max Moon? Max Moon! Oh, I wish Mattel would make a Max Moon. Did you see Max Moon then shooting off the confetti? Look at that for a wrestling attire! Max Moon! Who is... Conan? There we go. Conan. That is Max Moon. Shawn. And can you hear that Shawn's music is Sensational Sherry singing it? Wow. Look at Max Moon. Amazing. Woo! The ladies are going crazy for Shawn. Shahan, shout out to you. Yeah, I've been to a couple of WWE events. Never any pay-per-views. So, Heartbreak Kid is here. Shawn Michaels against Max Moon. I got to tell you, this should be a good match. This is Shawn Michaels against Conan. Two locking up. Nice arm drag to start us off by the Heartbreak Kid. Who... Did he split from the Rockers, like, the year before? So he's probably been solo for about a year. Nice, under the legs. Max Moon doing some good work. Shawn going for a kick. Max grabbing the leg from behind. Shawn on his feet, round the back. Lovely reversals. Roll up. No, Michaels holds onto that top rope. Shawn over the top. Nice. Jump over. Belly to belly. Arm drag. Scoops him up for a power slam. Yeah, this is all right, man. This is all right. This is already the best match we've had so far. Already the best match we've had so far. Rockstar Anch 2, shout out to you. The two locking up, knee to the midsection by Shawn Michaels. Chalmers, shout out to you. Against the ropes goes Max. Nice roll through. I know that Max's outfit was quite expensive. That was not cheap. Oh! Into a hammerlock there. Lovely move by Max Moon. That was a great... Wow, that was a great little move. They both seemed to go, like, planting each other. Rob Bartlett, man. All of his references are so dated now. I haven't got a clue what he's on about. Adverts interrupting matches, even on the first Raw. Ross Vape says, your TV champ is done with the NWA. Zicky has confirmed. Really? Zicky Dice is leaving the NWA? £10. Have you got any news on that? Have you heard this? If you're still there. Jennifer says, this is no surprise. It's the best match. It's Shawn Michaels? It's true. Taking on, I just don't even know what. I don't even know what that is. What's he meant to be? Adam Pierce has now tested positive for COVID-19. Right, well, here we go. Shawn has got Max against the ropes. Nice drop kick by Shawn. Very crisp. That is a huge Ico Pro banner. Loving that. I'd love to get an Ico Pro banner, actually. Put it up somewhere. Shawn says, yes, Zicky has gone. He's asked for his release. That is correct. Zicky is gone. And I'm always watching. Always. Here's Dork. Here's Dork the clown. Shawn. Sorting his hair, blowing a kiss to the camera. Doink's here now, and he's not in the crowd anymore. It was a really interesting way that they brought him in. I think, didn't they do something similar with Elias? Do you remember when Elias first came in? I'm sure he was in the crowd, like with his guitar. Just kind of walking amongst the crowd. And this is how they introduced Doink. I love Doink. I was a big fan. I mean, I was 21 when this was on. And even at that age, I still thought that clowns were really cool. Here we go. Max Moon, face first, into the turnbuckle. Red, white, and blue ropes. We should point that out. Old school WWF logo on the turnbuckle pads. Shawn Michaels goes down to one knee. This face has broken up so many homes. Why don't wrestlers take time to talk to the camera anymore like that? We never see that anymore. I can't remember ever seeing a match recently where someone has been wrestling and then, like, they're in control and they'll just turn to the camera and they'll talk to us at home. They must have been told not to do that. They must have been told not to do that. That was cool. I felt like he was talking to me. Felt spesh. Against the ropes goes Max Moon, back elbow. Shawn Michaels well in control now. 1, 2, kick out. So, yes, this is in New York. Not much of an entranceway, but an old school WWF logo, like neon lighting, which looks really cool. Is there such a thing as a wooden fridge? No. Is that something that Rob Bartlett's saying? I've got the sound turned down. I've got to be honest, I'm not missing it. I think he's doing... Is he doing some kind of impression now? Elbow to the midsection by Max Moon. And again. Against the ropes. Catches the legs of Shawn, looking for a slingshot. Shawn to the outside. The ring apron is just blue. There's nothing on it. It doesn't say Raw. It doesn't say WWE. It doesn't say anything. The crash mats around the ringside area are all blue. There is no barricade. The floor is a carpet. It's wonderful. Max Moon throws Shawn back into the ring. Shawn backing up to the corner. Kick to the midsection. Uppercut by Max Moon. Into the corner goes Shawn. Max Moon. Nice. What impression is he doing? 1, 2. Just the 2. Only 12 minutes left. I know, man. I know. Just realised Shawn Michaels probably got his cartoon selling from Mr. Perfect, says Tanya. Cannonball. No one there. Super kick by Shawn. I was talking about my fridge. Fair play. Pablo Gamer, shout out to you. This Raw is better than the Raws we get now. On his feet goes Max. This is, I mean, not a bad match. 1, 2, 3. Wow, there we go. Shawn Michaels wins with a suplex. Was that for the belt? That was an IC match, was it? Howard Finkel just said, and still Intercontinental Champion. So that was for the belt. Well, there we go. That was the first championship match. What's this? Advert? Big Boss Man. What's this advert? WWF Mania? Giving you a reason to get out of bed. It's on 10 a.m. or 9 Central on a Saturday. Still to come, we got Damien Demento against The Undertaker. There we go, WWF Mania. And now we've got some Royal Rumble news. The Royal Rumble report with Mean Gene. Brought to you by Ico Pro. You gotta want it. Look at that. Look at that background. That is class. I might steal that. Hold on to your hats, guys. Just announced Marty Jannetty is going to be taking on Shawn Michaels. The Rockers collide. Sensational Sherry is going to be at ringside. Oh, this is so good. Did you know there was a WWE 2K game on mobile? I don't know. Shawn Michaels says, I can't think of anyone less deserving than you, Marty Jannetty. Whose corner is Sherry going to be in? I love all of it. It's great, isn't it? So if these Raws are better than today's, does that mean this stream is better than Days' current Raw stream? Yes. Here's Marty. Marty Jannetty Day. That's like the Rusev Day of 1993. Marty Jannetty says, I'm going to end your career. How did that go, Marty? How does that work out for you? 30 of the greatest superstars will be in one ring. Oh, I want to watch the 93 Royal Rumble now. Ric Flair. Tatanka. They're telling us who's in it. IRS. Papa Fiend. Bob Backlund. Jerry the King Lawler. Mr. Perfect. And we're going to hear from Mr. Perfect. Wrestling Days fan, shout out to you. WWE is not trash. They should do old school Raw, old school SmackDown, and old school NXT. One thing you're not, and that is perfect. We got the $1 Million Man. He's going to be in the Royal Rumble. Crush. The model, Rick Martel. And the man we saw earlier, Yokozuna. Yoshni. Look at my Yokozuna. Yosh. Terrifying. Yosh. Do you know, Yokozuna sadly passed away. I want to say 2000. It was around 2000, the year 2000. In Liverpool. Berserker. Undertaker. Carlos Colon. Tenru? Tenru was in it? I don't remember that. Both head shrinkers. God, they're going through all 30 here. They didn't believe in surprises. Hacksaw Jim Duggan. Oh. SmackDown is the only good WWE show. So, how long have we got? We're so running out of time. We've got less than 10 minutes. Tough guy. The winner will face the WWF champion at Wrestlemania 9. So we're a few months away from Wrestlemania 9. And the main event will see Bret Hart against Razor Ramon for the WWE Championship, which is the Winged Eagle at this time. I love that CGI. I love that background. So stealing that, you won't believe. Yes. Where are we now? Are we outside again? We've got people trying to get inside. The show's already started. Here's Bobby again. Riddle will cost AJ Styles tomorrow night. Tony, you might have been the only one that watched it live. £10 says you have to steal that background. I will. Why did it take Sean Mooney so long to figure out that was Bobby Heenan? What? Sean Mooney is the worst. Bobby Heenan says he's going to try and get to the roof. We've got All American Wrestling in New York City. That's with Mean Gene and Bobby Heenan on the USA Network this Sunday. Raw tickets still available for next week and the week after. Those shows, of course, would be coming from the Manhatten Center as well. Well, actually, January 18th and February 1st. There's that lady again with a bit of A4 paper. Uncut, uncooked, uncensored. Okay. What's happening now? Oh, Kamala! One of my all-time favorites. I love Kamala. Why's Kimchi pushing him around? Listen to that music. Oh. Don't push Kamala. Come on, Kamala, fight back. Look, Reverend Slick making his way down. Reverend Slick's like trying to, hey, leave him, leave him. Kamala, look, just backed up into the corner. And Reverend Slick's like, stop it. Don't abuse. Oh. Reverend Slick goes down. Look, and now Kimchi's like, that's your fault. Come on, Kamala. Look at the crowd urging Kamala. That wasn't your fault, Kamala. It wasn't your fault. Getting in the face of Kimchi. Oh, big chop. Now he's going after Harvey Wimpleman. That's it, Kamala. Slick. Oh. Hey, look, we're moving on. We've got no time to worry about Kamala. We got Damien, Demento, and The Undertaker. I thought I just heard a gong. Did they botch that then? I think they just played a gong. Oh, no, he is making his way down. I was going to say, I'm sure I heard a gong. Here he is, look. The Undertaker. He arrived at the end of 1990. This is early 1993, so he has been in for a good few years. But still very early in his career. And this is our main event for the first ever Raw. Damien Demento. And The Undertaker. Taker, yeah. The referee was holding the urn for a second then. Sign in the crowd that says rest in peace that someone's made. Looked like it was on fax paper. Seriously looked like it was on fax paper. Undertaker going over. Damien Demento was just a jobber, basically. But a jobber that we saw on a regular basis. The kind of jobber that might be in a Rumble. But I don't think he ever won any championships. Face first goes Damien Demento. Paul Bearer on the outside. Oh, yeah. My Undertaker. Best Sin Cara match. I don't know. I can't. Sin Cara. That's not a song, by the way. There was a fake Sin Cara, wasn't there? Undertaker comes crashing down. Undertaker main event in the first Raw. William Hensey says Kamala turning face. Can you explain what a fax is? Yes, it's a fake tax. Oh man, it's hard to. It's honestly, it's hard to explain what a fax is if you think about it. It's like a printer that you send messages to, isn't it? That's the best way of wording it. Against the ropes goes Damien Demento. Undertaker gets taken off his feet, but sits up. How long have we got? I mean, I feel like we've got like 3 minutes. Against the ropes goes Undertaker. Duck underneath by Undertaker. Nice! Comes crashing down on Damien Demento. Shall we watch the second one? Who would like to watch the second one? Because I am so into this. Here we go. Look, the Undertaker looking for a tombstone. Gets it. Gets it. Gets it. Done. Squash. Vote Paul Bearer for the mayor in 93. There's an Ico Pro t-shirt. Why is he grabbing his hair? You see Paul Bearer then grabbing the Undertaker's. It's like, look at this. Look at this urn. I swear that is fax. It really does look like fax paper. Next week, Woody Allen against Mia Farrow in a steel cage match. What's this horrible joke? Yes. Okay, we'll do it. One more. Crush warned you about making children cry. Doink says, as long as I laugh, that's all that matters. That's my approach to streaming. Here's Crush. Kona Crush. I used to do that move as well. You know, my love of the full Nelson. I would always do the Crush where he used to put his hands either side of the head. Yeah, brah. Bruh. Bruh. You'll be wearing a cast. Oh, he squirts water at him, bruh. Crush going over, chasing after. Doink, doink, running round. I thought it was going to be like a trip or something that he had set up. Crush gets in the ring. What's this music? That's Crush's music. Are we on the roof now? Where are we? You can go up now. They're saying let him go, you can go. And the show's over. There we go. The show's over. So they said you can go up now. But the show's over. And actually, I think Bobby Heenan just ran to a lift. And I think that is the only lift. I think that's the same lift that they had to put all of the ring bits in. Man, there we go. The first ever Raw. Bruh. Get your scores in for that. Get it before we will do the second episode as well because I am loving this. But get your scores in. Get your scores in for that first one. I can't remember what I used to call that. The Crusher or something. Man, it's such a good move. Amazing, bruh. 8 out of 10, says John. that's quite high. I think a lot of that was nostalgia based. 8.5 from Kevin, though. Wow. What is your ideal wrestling arena? This one. Look at that. Just, it feels... You feel like you go into a special place, you know? The problem with wrestling arenas right now is they're all the same. I mean, other than NWA Power does a great job of presenting something so different that you feel like you go into a special place. Like, that sounds really stupid, I know, but like with this, look at this. I kind of feel like if I was watching a show and the wrestling show was being held here every single week, I would feel like I was part of like a special group, a special club, you know? But now it's in these big arenas, and every single week it just looks the same, and it looks bland, and it really lacks any kind of personality. This has got bags of Look at the personality here. Look at the personality that's kind of coming through. You know, the decorations, just the way that the kind of ballroom looks, the weird looking stand over there, the banners that are hanging down, the people that are underneath the balcony areas, but people on balconies. You know, the entranceway that's kind of tucked down in the corner. It's got its own identity. It's got its own personality. You just don't get that with wrestling arenas these days. So I think Power is great for that. And I think things like Lucha Underground was really good for that as well. I never watched loads of episodes of Lucha Underground, but I think that they did a really good job of making it feel like a very special environment, you know? And kind of, I would love a late night wrestling show that had an arena that felt very different but special, where, you know, it wasn't PG. And I don't want ECW like, you know, barbed wire. And just because it's not PG doesn't mean you have to be doing that stuff all the time. But, you know, if they're going to come out with like the odd swear word, or, do you know what I mean? If they're going to do like something that's a beyond PG, then they've got the freedom to do that. So I would love a wrestling show that was on 10 o'clock at night for an hour. That, you know, maybe a Sunday night, something like this, 10 o'clock. And it'd just be like, I think it'd get like a little cult following, you know? Certainly if it wasn't PG and it had like a really interesting environment, really interesting arena. Based in North America, I'd love it to have a bit of a, I don't want to say Jerry Springer vibe, but like anything goes. You don't know what you're going to see. With Raw, you know you're not going to see anything edgy. But yeah, that'd be really cool. But I love this place. I love the Manhatten Center. It's a dream of mine to go. It's why when people were complaining about Raw 25, you might have heard, but at Raw 25, people, they actually, for Raw 25, which I think was only last year, hang on, I can work it out now. It wouldn't be last year, would it? 93, 25 years would be 2018. So in 2018, that's when Raw 25 was. And the people were complaining, saying that the Manhatten Center part of the show only had a few matches. They were sitting around. I got to tell you, I would just be sat there remembering all of these great moments and looking around and taking pictures and exploring, and do you know what I mean? The Ico Pro sign, and I don't even know I would need any wrestling to be satisfied. I just want to be in that building whilst a wrestling show was taking place, just so that I could get that feeling from 1993. I would have loved. I would have loved to have been at that show. That's one show that I really would have loved to have gone to. Raw 25. But the Manhattan Center part of it. Because they had The Undertaker as well. The Undertaker came out and said a few... I mean, granted, what he said was like, I'm digging holes, taking souls, see you later. Rest in peace, blah, 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 right? So he didn't really say anything. But man, he didn't need to. You know? So special. So special. How about... Well, all the graphics say the first Raw, don't they? So if we jump to the first SmackDown now, it might be a bit confusing, so... Mr. Monkey, shout out to you, dude. Right, so people have put their scores in. I don't know. It's going to be so hard to score. I'd probably say, I don't know, for me, like a 7, something like that. I think, trying to be realistic, the matches were pretty awful. But they tried a bit of comedy. It was cutting edge at the time. I thought Shawn Michaels' Max Moon was actually a decent affair. I think Rob Bartlett was awful. Main event was just pretty much non-existent, but at least you got to see the Undertaker. I don't know. I mean, maybe a 7's a little bit harsh. Maybe you're right. Maybe it is up in the 8s and the 8.5. But yeah, certainly there was things they needed to tweak, and Rob Bartlett is one of them. But right, we're going to move on to the second episode now. Let me reset this. It should be set up on your screens. I've got it set up on mine. It's ready to just go to the next one. That's a really good thing about the network. So this should be January 18th, 1993. Okay, so hopefully you've got it all queued up as well. So in 3, 2, 1, go. Here we go. So we are moving on now to the next episode of Raw. I'm going to have to just restart it. There we go. Just had to restart it because it took a while to load up. But we are back, and I don't know the last time I watched the second episode of Raw. Rob Bartlett's back again. I can tell you he would only last for about 3 months. He's got a picture of... These references mean nothing to me. Oh, Repo Man! Repo Man from behind! Repo Man has stolen Macho Man's hat! Is that going to be the story of this episode? You know, in the first episode, Bobby Heenan was trying to get in. In this episode, Repo Man has stolen Macho Man's hat. We've got breaking news, guys. Macho Man is all over the place. He got attacked from behind. I like the way they're doing this though. Like they're not commentating. They've actually stopped commentating and they're making out like this wasn't planned. Like that was really good. That was really good. Vince was like, "Are you all right?" Yeah, it was Repo Man. He just came and he's run into the. He's took your hat, by the way. Your hat's gone. He's repossessed it because he's the Repo Man. Right, here we go. Monday Night Raw, episode 2. She's got a bigger sign! She's got a bigger sign! Yes! Well done. Get Raw. That's what it says. Is this the Red Rooster? Terry Taylor? Is he not Red Rooster here? Terrific Terry Taylor! Terrific Terry Taylor? So I don't know when he dropped the Red Rooster gimmick. Terrific Terry Taylor, great wrestler. I think he is. He works in the Performance Center now, training people at the PC. Terry Taylor, brilliant wrestler, and he's taking on Mr. Perfect. Well, terrific Terry Taylor might be a brilliant wrestler, but is he perfect? Mr. Perfect is here. Someone's sticking their thumbs down? Show some respect. It's a great ovation, in all fairness. Mr. Perfect is perfect, said someone's awful sign. Truly awful sign. This should be a great match. This should be a great match. Terry Taylor against Mr. Perfect should be a great match. A bigger sign, says Chalmers. Here we go. Terry Taylor going over, gets caught, gets taken down already. And Mr. Perfect already stamping his dominance on this. Two of them getting face-to-face. Perfect lashing out at Terry Taylor. Perfect for the win, says Nathan. Rockstar Ansh 2 says, I love Mr. Perfect's theme song. The first Triple T. Yes. Here was us thinking Tommy Toy Travels was the first Triple T, but it's not. It's terrific Terry Taylor. Right, Macho Man is back on commentary as well. I tell you, we're only 3 minutes in and there's already been quite a bit to talk about. Like, the entrances don't take forever. We've got a decent first match, Mr. Perfect against terrific Terry Taylor. Macho Man's already been jumped and he's had his hat stolen. We've already had that epic entrance music. And we're not even 4 minutes into the show. Compare that to Miz TV with Miz and John Morrison sitting there going, hey, hey, ho, ho. Oh, I'll tell you what. Oh, look at this action straight to the outside. Mr. Perfect. Bad camera work there. It seems to be quite dark. Triple T to the outside. Crowd really behind Mr. Perfect here. Where's my hat? Repo Man has your hat, Macho Man. You'll get him. Oh, yeah. Is this better than the first episode? I can't remember it. If you'd have asked me what's the first match of Raw, I would have told you, Koko. If you'd have said what's the first match of episode 2, I'd be like, But now I can tell you that it's Tommy Toy Travels against Mr. Perfect. Did you see that headlock for hunger sign? That was big as well. Right by the entranceway. I don't remember that being there last time. But we are back at the same venue, by the way. It is a sold-out crowd. I mean, this venue can hold, what, 600? Something like that. I don't even think it can hold 1,000 people. Terry Taylor against the ropes. Big right hand by Perfect. Big chop by Perfect. John says, I am definitely going to be watching all of these old Raws. Dave in real life says, this is awesome. Bobby Heenan is on the phone. So Bobby Heenan is upset that Rob Bartlett has taken his job. Mr. Perfect was a fantastic heel, says Sean. Against the ropes, nice. Hip toss by Terry Taylor. Gets scooped up. Nice power slam by Perfect. Again, arm drag takedown. So Bobby Heenan says, not only has Repo Man taken your hat, he's going to repossess your career, Macho Man. So loads going on. We've got Bobby Heenan on the phone now. Like, they're throwing so many ideas at this, you know? Even if everything's not going to land, at least they're working hard and they're throwing a lot of stuff. And there is a lot of creativity in there, you know? Compare it to, like, Raw now, where the pace has to be slower because they've got to stretch it out across 3 hours. Here, they only had an hour. So everything's got to be in. They've got to do it. We've got to move on to the next thing. We got this report. We got this interview. We got that match, main event. Kick to the side of the head by Terry Taylor. And again. Shout out to Jessica Hackett. My name is Noah. Shout out to you, Noah. Here we go, Terry Taylor. Grabbing Mr. Perfect. Looking for a backbreaker. Gets it. One. Oh, Mr. Perfect. Poking at the eyes. Mr. Perfect backed up. Nice strike by Perfect. Slap coming in by Terry Taylor. Headbutt by Terry Taylor. Right arm by Terry Taylor. Snapmare. Chin lock. So Terry Taylor with a chin lock on Mr. Perfect right now. How old were you when the first episode was on Raw? I was 21. 21. Mr. Perfect did one of the prettiest drop kicks I've ever seen. Perfect against the ropes. Up. Spine buster by Terry Taylor. 1, 2. Shoulder up. Shoulder up. Strike to the midsection by Mr. Perfect. What's he looking for? Pump. No. Gut wrench. Into a powerbomb. 1, 2. Kick out. Terry Taylor doing some good work here. It's not a bad match. It's not quite the levels of Shawn Max Moon for me. Big strike. Ooh, that was huge by Mr. Perfect. That right hand. Terry Taylor, though, throwing in some right hands and Perfect down on his knees. Here we go. Perfect getting up. Thanks, Days, for these streams. No worries, John. Shout out to you. 1 to 2 hours is perfect for wrestling, says Jack Cunningham. I agree, dude. Yeah, I agree. Oh, down goes Terry Taylor. Going over face first into that top turnbuckle. Goes Terry Taylor. He's had to work hard here, Perfect. Oh! Inverted atomic drop. Big strike, down goes Terry Taylor. Perfect, looking for snapmare. Gets it. Yeah, Vince says, what a matchup. And look who just walked out. Look who's in the entranceway. Woo! Ric Flair. Ric Flair and Mr. Perfect were in a feud at this time. And now Flair has jumped Perfect. Face first goes Perfect into those ring steps. Look at these chops coming in. These quick strikes by Ric Flair. Look at the hair on Flair. Rob Bartlett says that wasn't very perfect. Perfect plex! Perfect plex! Perfect plex! I used to love doing the perfect plex as a kid as well. And then you bridge. And he runs backstage. Apparently it was very, very crowded backstage. Oh, hello. Another sign. Did she just blow a kiss? It literally just says Raw. Promotional consideration. Yes! The classic Bret Hart Ico Pro! Yes! Did you see that? That was the gym at the headquarters. Ah, oh, snap into a Slim Jim! Excitement. Oh, yeah! Snap into a Slim Jim. Oh, hello, Bret Hart. Bret Hart making his way out. There's someone in the crowd that looks like they're dressed like Where's Waldo. Bret Hart in jeans and a Bret Hart jacket. Of course, we're still building towards the Rumble. And Vince last week interviewed Razor. This week interviewing the Hitman. Look at that belt. Look at that belt. Look at that belt, and then think about the belt we've got now. And if that makes you shed a tear, I understand. I understand. Look at that freaking belt. Look at the prestige. Look at the detail. Look at the... Oh. Bret Hart says he can handle if someone's going to put insults against him. She could have saved... Perfect and Macho versus Razor and Flair at Survivor Series 93. 92, is it? Is it 93? Is that 93 or 92? In my head, that's 92. Bret was my favourite wrestler back in these days, says Sasha. Look at that belt. Look at that belt. Razor Ramon, to me, is the lowest scum. Look at that Bret Hart fan with their old school cameras. You'll notice there's no smartphones. No smartphones in the crowd because all of these people in the crowd are poor and they couldn't afford them. I love these old Raws, says John. Bret Hart is my favourite all-time wrestler. So Bret Hart says, technically, I am the best. I'm going to throw the rule book out of the window. Okay, so Bret Hart fired up for this one. You'll find out why I am the World Wrestling Federation champion. And there we go. Pretty simple, straightforward stuff. Not really anything too exciting there from the champ. Crowd certainly enjoyed seeing Bret, though. Oh, yes! Undertaker! Wow, this is a thing for headlock on hunger? No one should starve to death, says Undertaker. Wasn't expecting that. There we go. Headlock on hunger. It's a show to raise money for the people of Somalia. It's good. Who's this? Marty! Marty Jannetty. Obviously, going to be taking on former Rockers partner, Shawn Michaels. We've got another lady walking around with a sign that says Raw. Who's Marty Jannetty facing? Who's this guy? Is it Name the Jobber? Okay, Name the Jobber then, guys. I don't know who this guy is. He's they haven't even told us who he is. Get your names in for this guy. Back elbow by Marty Jannetty. Bret Hitman Hart. Rainbow Guy. Rainbow Guy. I like Rainbow Guy. Nice takedown. Skittle Man. I'm going to go with Skittle Man. I'm going to go with Skittle Man. Here we go. Skittle Man. Lemon Juice Larry. Hardcore Labby. It's Glenn Ruth. I don't know if that's his real name or not. I could believe that would be his real name. But I do like Skittleman. Shawn Michaels is on the phone now. Duck underneath by Marty Jannetty. Clothesline. Down goes Skittleman. Skittleman is down. On the phone, we've got the voice of Shawn Michaels, the current Intercontinental Champion. Of course, we are still working our way towards the Royal Rumble, which at this point is just a week or so away. A couple of weeks. The jobber's name is the Nacho Cheese Man. Juicy Fruits. Here we go. Marty against the ropes. Knee to the midsection. Skittleman hurling Marty against the ropes, but nice. Suplex, snap suplex by Marty Jannetty. I was a big fan of Marty Jannetty. I really liked Marty Jannetty because I felt sorry that he got attacked by Shawn Michaels. And Shawn was a heel and Marty was the face. And, as a very young, impressionable 21-year-old, I was very much on the side of Marty Jannetty. I thought he looked cool as well. I thought he had a great look. And who knows what they would have done with Marty if he didn't have his personal demons. I mean, he was constantly failing wellness policies and taking all kinds of things that he shouldn't have been. Getting suspended. And if he could have just stayed on the straight and narrow, who knows what he would have achieved? Because he was a talent. Elbows coming. I tell you what, Skittles, man, is doing such good work here. Jannetty working on the arm of Skittles, man. Skittles, man. Hammerlock applied by Marty. Down he goes. Juicy Fruit Johnson. High C McGee. If you was a wrestler, who would you be? I would be Vince McMahon, because then I would own everything. What the hell is Skittle, man? Well, I didn't catch what this guy's name was, so we played a classic game of Name the Jobber. B-Take Larry. I was also a Marty fan back in the day. I hated Shawn. I feel you, my friend. I feel you. Sean Reset says, Days, I would love all those original belts back, but I doubt people would respect the prestige. Oh, I don't know. It's only going to take a few pictures. Do you know what I mean? Show Stone Cold, show Hogan, show Brett, show Shawn, show Undertaker, show all of these people with those belts. And I think you'll easily get that prestige across. Plus, the reason we fell in love with it in the first place is because it looks stunning, and it still would look stunning. I'm very confident that people would look at it and appreciate it for being the great belt that it is. Much love to... This stream has turned into a love letter to the Winged Eagle. Strike to the midsection by Marty Jannetty, working on the hands of Skittle, man. Oh! Rolling him over. 1, 2. Jannetty gets it. Not the best match. Marty Jannetty picking up the dub, though. Well done to him. January 29th. Or January 24th. The Royal Rumble. 30 wrestlers, 1 ring. Bret the Hitman Hart. We saw this advert last week. It was the last show we watched moments ago. Already, we are at the halfway point. Can you believe that? We are at the halfway point of this episode. They're only 44 minutes long. We haven't seen any more to do with Repo Man. Let's have a look. So we're going to go back to superstars from this past weekend. There's Doink. Look, oh, I remember this moment. Doink. He wants to give Crush. Obviously, they're in a feud right now. He wants to give Crush a flower. No, he's trying to make up. We know they've been arguing. Take the flower, Crush. Look, it's a lovely flower. Aww. He is a sad clown. He's like, come on, look, I've hurt my arm. Look, take this flower. He takes it. And he gives it to someone in the crowd. But Doink takes off that fake arm. Boom. Oh, she can't even look. That woman can't even look. She's, oh, my God. Oh. Tell me when it's over. Tell me when it's over. Look at that. He's just walloping him. Oh, into the lower back. Oof. These are headshots. with a cast, apparently. Walloping Crush. Crush seems to be down and out as referees are coming down. Sergeant Slaughter has come down. Slaughter's managed to get that fake arm. Macho Man says, you still think that's a funny clown, do you? You still think that's funny, do you? Oh, here's that advert. That advert again for WWF Mania. Wake up! Yes, heard that. Lauren, thank you. If I was a wrestler, my name would be the Taco Nacho Pizza Man. %100% caffeine free, guys. WWF Mania. Still haven't seen Repo Man. Don't know what is Rob Bartlett eating a Slim Jim? I suppose that's the benefit of sitting so close to Macho Man. He's probably always got one on him, hasn't he? Macho, have you got a Slim Jim? Oh, yeah! It's always, like when he opens it up, they're just everywhere. Slim Jims. Outside again with Sean Mooney. Why is Sean Mooney always outside? Poor Sean Mooney. All right. Here's Repo Man, who was used to be Smash in Demolition. Look, Macho Man's trying to get Repo Man's attention. Repo Man says he's been watching Macho Man for a long time. Macho Man is very upset. That hat must mean a lot to Macho Man. Might be his favourite hat, I don't know. Look how worked up he is. It's as if Repo Man just stole Elizabeth. Let's do it right now. Repo Man says, when I hit you from behind and you flew, that was just the start of it. Did you hear about WWE changing Extreme Rules to a horror show? No. What did Scott Steiner do wrong? Repo Man is outside. He's just put on Macho Man's hat. Repo Man says, you want to wrestle? Is it going to be a match tonight? Repo Man says, I can't wait to get you in the ring. Is that tonight? I don't know if this is tonight or next week. They're going to have a match over a stolen hat. Why not? Right, the Royal Rumble report. Dun, dun, dun. There's that background again. Still stealing it. Have you seen Wednesday's ratings? Yes. You've gotta want it. Sasha says, I miss Randy Savage. Same here. Same here. Are we going to have to sit through all the announcements again as to everyone that's in this thing? Miso Honey? Hello, my friend. Miso Horny. Shout out to you. So, again, they're just running through the main event. I think it's just going to take a few minutes to go through the Royal Rumble card that we just sat through before. Bret Hart, Razor Ramon. Yo, hip me. Best background, yes. Zachary, shout out to you, my friend. 1 week to go. We will watch that show at some point. Maybe we watch it on Sunday. Do you know what I mean? I mean, we haven't got anything lined up for Sunday, and it seems a bit moody to sit here watching these Raws building up to the Royal Rumble 93 and then we don't watch it. Maybe we watch it. Maybe we watch Razor against Brett, Marty against Shawn, and the 93 Rumble. I know it doesn't make any sense, but do you know what I mean? At least it's connected to this, innit? I'm quite tempted to do that on Sunday. Undertaker's in that Rumble. Berserker's in the Rumble. IRS is in the Rumble. Yokozuna is in the Rumble. Typhoon. Perfect. Repo Man. Ric Flair. It's a really good Rumble, this. Papa Shango. $1 Million Man. 93 Rumble makes perfect sense. We could watch Great American Bash on Sunday. That's true. Jannetty and Shawn Michaels competing for the Intercontinental Championship. Sensational Sherry will be in someone's corner, but whose corner? We don't. At this stage, we just don't know. You can experience it live this Sunday. So, do you know what? There isn't another Raw that we have to watch or anything. Like, this was the go home for the Rumble. Oh, I'm really tempted to do the Rumble. Guys, quite literally, this Sunday, Royal Rumble 93. Maybe they're not lying. Live. Someone's got a Macho Man brawling buddy. Sean Mooney again outside. Macho Man's outside. Is he looking for Repo? Macho Man has gone outside. There's a taxi out there. He's desperate to get his hat back. Where is he? So Macho Man is out in the street. He's out in the street looking for Repo Man and his hat. Vince McMahon shouting, "Get him out of the traffic!" A young lady in the ring walking around with another sign. I didn't see what the front of it said. Tito Santana, El Matador. Hey, we saw this guy in the first match at WrestleMania 1 when he defeated the... Was it the Executioner? So, El Matador, Tito Santana. Look at this gimmick. Look at this gimmick. What a weird gimmick. What a weird gimmick. So who's he facing? I don't know who he's facing. Only the GOAT. Only the GOAT. Only the freaking GOAT. Wow. Woo! People giving their thumbs down. The sign said that wasn't nice. What does that mean? He's trying to give his robe to someone. Macho Man's back. So I'm guessing Macho Man Repo Man will be next week because we've only got, what, 10 minutes or so left here? Slick Ric Flair against Tito Santana. This is pretty cool, man. This is a kind of match that you would not see on a pay-per-view. But how great that we get to see it here. Tito Santana going to give Ric Flair a decent matchup, but I'm expecting Flair to get the win here. Shoulder charge. Tito knocking down Ric Flair. The real world's champ, indeed. Can you put the Brahma Bull title on side of you as a decoration? I don't know if there'd be anywhere to put it, to be honest. Against the ropes goes Tito. Shoulder charge. Ric Flair goes down. Shout out to Jordan Nelson. He's having a down day. Oh, I'm sorry to hear that, Jordan. Shout out to you, Jordan. Jordan Nelson. Shout out to you, my friend. My thoughts are very much with you. It says, I was hoping for a shout out. I know it sounds silly. No, not at all. Not at all, dude. Not at all. Shout out to you, Jordan. And I know I speak on behalf of everyone there. And William Hensey just making sure that I saw that as well. William, you don't have to keep doing it. You know, William, I would still see the super chat
William
if it was
Hensey
79 cents.
They donated $20
it still
via
works
super
that
chat.
way as well, buddy.
Shout out to Jordan Nelson Days. Folded hands.
But look, Jordan, you just got a shout out from me. You got a shout out from the voiceover guy. And in all fairness, he's very hit and miss. So you should be privileged that he's even bothered to do that, because I don't want to call him lazy, but he's not the quickest voiceover guy that we've ever had. And William Hensey bringing it to my attention as well. So not only did you get my attention, you got the attention of the whole community. So shout out to you, Jordan. Right, my friends, 8 minutes. That's all we've got left. I think this might be the main event of the second ever Raw. And it's decent. I think I preferred the first Raw. I think that a lot of what we're seeing now is a repeat of that first Raw. You know, those adverts and the Royal Rumble report. It's basically the same as what we saw in the first one. So they kind of lose their impact a little bit here. Match-wise, I don't know that we've had anything that's as good as Shawn against Max Moon. Although, what a main event this is. This is definitely a better main event than Undertaker, Damien, Demento. Ric Flair against Tito Santana. And he was just unloading on Tito Santana there. The big guy says no notification. Oh, really? What? It didn't let you know? Oh, it does that sometimes. YouTube can be really hit and miss. Ric Flair having a go at Macho Man now. It's been a bad night for Macho Man. James N says it's slogan time. Show them how we do it. What happens there happens here. Forever. There we go. There you go, James M. What happens there happens here forever, and quite literally forever, because we've gone back to 1993 here. And I think Ric Flair just went back in time even further with the size of that back body drop. Pretty sure that's how you do time travel. He went up so high. Tito Santana going into the corner, kicks to the midsection to Ric Flair. Tito Santana up top, now he's unloading. Big right hands come raining down by El Matador. Rake of the eyes by Ric Flair. Goes outside of the ring. Ric Flair going up top. Ric Flair up top. Gets caught by Tito. He's caught by Tito. Slammed again. Ric Flair getting mad air. Air Flare? That's what we just had. They should do Air Flare. You know, like how we've got Air Jordans. I would definitely get some Air Flares. You tell me you wouldn't get Air Flares. Oh, I love that bump. Straight over the corner to the outside. Classic Ric Flair. Air Flares? You got the new Air Flares? When you like press the tongue and you pump it, it goes woo. Ric Flair back into the ring. Tito Santana kick to the chest. Ric Flair against the ropes. Over the top again. Huge. Air flare. Knee lift by Tito. Tito calling for the forearm against the ropes. Bang. Smacks Flair. Flair goes down. Tito is on fire. If this was NBA Jam, we'd be having the he's on fire. Oh, Flair just collapses down. Tito goes to the outside. It's not a bad match at all. Not a bad match at all. And Perfect's come out. Oh, big right hands by Perfect. Perfect and Flair are brawling. They're trading blows back and forth. So this is a big rivalry. Look, Sarge is out. Sergeant Slaughter having to try and separate Perfect and Flair. Is that Pat Patterson as well? Is that Patterson that just got knocked down? Knee lift to the midsection, and there's Sarge. So is that the end of this match? Is that how this match is ending? Oh, did we just see? Are we looking backstage? The camera guy is trying to go backstage. Did you see that then? For a moment, the camera guy was trying to show us behind the curtain. I want to see what's behind the curtain. Definitely, if someone can get a screenshot of that, definitely get a screenshot. There's a moment where you just, for a millisecond, just see what's behind the curtain. What's happening? They still brawling. I think they've had to say, guys, go back out. We've still got a few minutes. We've still got a few minutes, guys. Go back out. Go back out. Go back out. Ric Flair's gone round to Vince. You don't talk to me. The WWF isn't big enough for me and Perfect. Here. Next week, I want Perfect. Here, next week, I want Perfect. One of us stays. One of us goes. Loser leaves WWE. Flair versus Perfect. Loser leaves WWE. You're not man enough. You haven't got... Look at this for a promo. Look at this for a promo. Wow. The passion in that promo. Wow. We need to do this as a series, says John. Perfect's coming over. Did you hear the challenge, Mr. Perfect? Yeah. What are you going to say? I'll take that in a heartbeat. Wow. Wow. Ric Flair versus Mr. Perfect. Loser leaves WWE. Why risk that? You're both great, says Vince. Look at the crowd, Perfect. Someone's got like a foam to Tonka. Tomahawk. Bum, 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 bum. I tell you, he's licking his lips, isn't he? Oh, he knows he's got a massive match there. Oh, he is loving it, old Vincey boy. He's not loving it. He still hasn't got his hat back. World War III next week. So long, everybody. There's Repo with Macho Man's hat. And he's repossessing a car as well. Oh, it's Rob Bartlett's car. Repo Man has repossessed Rob Bartlett's car. And he's done it whilst wearing Macho Man's hat. Raw really was Raw back in the day. Woo! Right, get your scores in for that one. I think I gave the first Raw about 7. I think this one for me is probably around about a 6. I think it has dropped, but still very enjoyable. I don't know. I don't know. I don't know if I'm just being really down on it because I really enjoyed it. I really enjoyed it. And Flair, I mean, like, it's a shame we didn't get a finish for the main event. But it's still good. Get your final scores in. Get in your final thoughts. We're not going to be sticking around and watching a third episode because this is actually this is completely unplanned. I didn't know what we were doing today, and off the top of my head, I wanted something that was going to be quick, something that I thought that would still be fun. And I've loved this stream, going back and watching these shows, but it has naturally taken us to Royal Rumble 93. And I kind of feel like we've got to do Royal Rumble 93. So tomorrow we're going to do SmackDown. Saturday we've got UFC. And Sunday I think we do Royal Rumble 1993. And we can see the payoff. We're going to find out who is Narcissus. I mean, we've ruined that, but fair enough. Also, we are going to find out who's going to win the Rumble. We've got Bret Hart against Razor Ramon. We've got Marty Jannetty against Shawn Michaels. So, I think naturally it's just taken us very nicely to Royal Rumble 1993. You can see people's scores firing in on screen. People getting their thoughts across as to what they thought about this show. And that is it, my friends. We are done. There's not much more to add. So really do appreciate you joining us. I know this was very lastminute.com. But I hope you enjoyed it as much as I did all the same. Big shout out to DJ B Tazzy, William Hensey, James M, everyone that sent in a very kind donation, but everyone that joined us as well. As we said, I know it was last minute, but I loved it. I really enjoyed it, and I hope you did as well. So thanks a lot for watching, and hopefully see you again next time. Bye for now.